Hello, friends. Cheryl here with Inked Pulp, and we're back with the Beyond ABB journal. I think we're going to finish up the inside today, and then I will come back with a flip through after I add the cover image. And so I'm not going to do this on camera, but I've showed you all the cover image. So I will this up here. We'll go through and finish up the inside of this journal. All right, here was page 1. We have that. And I've actually added some things on the inside to put on certain pages. So what I want to do here, I've got this page. I'm going to put, there we go, something to kind of keep it propped up. Okay. And I'm not going to do anything. I know this is really white. The only thing I'm going to do, excuse my reach, I want to get my Distress ink out. I'm going to leave it white because this background here is white, but I am going to go through and ink it up. And we'll just put some ink on it. So this is a CD case that I put some rub-ons on the outside, and then I put a piece of ephemera inside the envelope. And I don't remember, no, that's just paper. So it's not anything we made in ABB, it's just paper. I'm just inking it up, and then I am going to put a little piece of paper in here because I don't want to get the ink onto the front of that envelope, and then I'll just come on. All right, so there's that. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to glue down this flap and it fits just perfect for the width of this paper on here. All right, there we go. Now, I may want to put something on this page. We'll see. So I'm just going to leave that like that. And I may go back and put something here, but I'm not sure yet. That'll be in the flip through if I do. All right. Now, I got these little butterflies, and they're so cute. They are made from wallpaper. They're die cuts from wallpaper. And I got them from someone on Whatnot, and I don't remember who. I'm sorry. If you guys haven't looked at Whatnot, I've gotten some really cool stuff from Whatnot. Different things that I don't always see. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put this butterfly on here, but I'm only going to, now it's going to lay flat just because, you know, it's got, you know, in the book, it's going to lay flat. But what I did do was I sort of popped those up so that it, you know, they are loose. So isn't that a cute little butterfly? From Whatnot. Okay, that page we're going to leave like that. Now, these two pages, what I want to do on the bottom of some of these pages is put some rub-ons. I like this one. I want to put some rub-ons on here that will just sort of decorate the pages. And I have these smaller flowers. And these are from Amazon by the maker Wandic. And I have a lot of Wandic rub-ons. I really like their rub-ons. I have some that are really large, and then I have these smaller ones. And so I'm just going to put this down here. And for these writing pages, it just gives it a little bit of extra something, something. There we go. I'm going to burnish that down. Okay, I don't think I need to do both pages. I think one is fine. Okay, we had that. I didn't do anything different there. Here's another one of these pages. Let's see. What do we want to put here? How about this one? And I'll put them all on the left side of the page just to be consistent. All right, let's see here. I just think that'll add another nice little touch to those pages. All right. Not going to do anything here or anything here. We're going to leave those pages. Going to leave those pages. Now, I'm seeing a little bit of extra glue here. So I want to take my glue eraser, and if you don't have one of these, I strongly suggest you get one because they are awesome. They will take off that shiny glue that's left over on your pieces that you don't want, showing through. All right. This is a pocket up here. I'm not going to put anything in it for now. I love this. So this is now what I might want to do on here. Let's see. I'm going to get my little butterfly stickers out, and let's just see if there's a small one. So I kind of need it red or like a peachy, like maybe that color would be perfect on there. I like that. So let me cut this a little bit. Let me cut it down a little bit. I don't like all the extra clear stuff they leave on these stickers. I like to cut them down a little bit more. All right, there we go. There. Just a cute little butterfly sticker. Leave it out in case we need it again. Okay. I'm not going to do anything with this page. I'm going to leave it as is. Now here's another one of these. So let's find. Oh, how about some sunflowers? We all love sunflowers, don't we? The nice thing about this pack is you get 3 of each sheet, so you don't just get 1 of each type of flower, and I like that. There we go. All right. Perfect. Burnish that down. All right. Now on this one, I was going to put some toppers on these because I've got one here and I don't know specifically what I want to use. Here's a piece of this fabric that would go really nice with that. The blues. So I just tore a little tiny piece, and I don't know if this will be too long or not, so we'll see when we get it all put in here. If I need to cut it down any. Okay, yeah, it's way too long. I'm only seeing one piece that came through. This one didn't come through. Let's try that again. Let's try it again. Okay. And even still, it's too long, so I'm gonna cut it down. Just fray it a bit. All right. So here's this one. There we go. Now I have this last one here. Let's see what I've got. Let's see what I've got. I've got all kinds of stuff down here. I just don't know what is going to match or not match. Purple's probably not the right color. Okay. Oh, that's a great big piece of curtain. I'm not going to cut that up. Oh, here we go. Here we go. What about this little piece here? It's kind of brown. It kind of goes with the other stuff. So we'll have a green, a blue, and then a little brown one. All right, let's I'm going to cut this strip all the way down, and then I'm going to tear this strip all the way down. Oh, come on. All right. All right. Let's see about getting this put on here. Cut a little piece of that. And put it through here. Now, some people put this, I push the folded edge through the front because I like the little knot showing in the front. And I know some people go from back to front. So let me know in the comments what's your preferred. I did that again. I pulled it and it unraveled the whole. This is called a lark's head knot, by the way. I learned that in my jewelry making. And I like showing the knot on the outside, personally. What's your preferred method? Okay, let's get both of those through there. So when we pull, we've got them both. There we go. So what do you guys do? Back to front, front to back. All right. And then just, so those are just some fabric toppers. There we go. So that page is done. This, I'm just going to put this on here. I will leave it open at the top, so if somebody wants to make a pocket out of it, they can. But I'm just going to put this I'm not even going to put a thumb notch in it. I'm just going to put it on. And I thought that color on this card went really well with the background. Now we've got another one of these writing pages. So let's find a little something to put on here. I keep dropping these little wallpaper butterflies. Hang on. Let me put those up there so they don't keep falling on the floor. Let's do this one. Oh, let's see. This has got yellow, lots of yellow. So let's do this one. That's got some yellow on it. I'm so excited to be finishing this ABB journal. I had so much fun making all the stuff to go in it. And now it's turning into a beautiful journal. And again, this journal is an altered Reader's Digest book. And I bought this from Lovely's Crafting Lodge. She has live sales on YouTube. And now the one thing I did notice, though, is that, like you see here, this page isn't all the way glued down to the edge, and that's causing a little bit of problem when I go to turn the pages because I'll hit these things that are lifted up. So I am going to go through and glue all those down completely. And I've got just a little bit more of this glue up here that I want to take off along this upper edge. I guess this was a little card that I mounted on that background. Okay, and that page is done. Now, this page, what I think I'm going to do, And I'm going to pause this video for just a minute, and I was going to do this before I came on, and I forgot. So I don't really like what's going on here necessarily. It doesn't match with anything. But I know that, and I've seen Big Mama do this, where you can take masking tape and rip off the, she's done it with wording, but kind of rip off the images, and then I can take a piece of tissue paper. Oh, that's not tissue paper, that's tracing paper, and glue down here and, make it a writing spot. The only other thing, no, I don't want to do that. I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna pause the video. I just want to make sure. I've never done it before, so I want to practice on a piece first to make sure I have the technique down pat. I will be right back. For you guys, it'll be instantaneous, but I'll be right back. All right, welcome back. So I did half of this. I did some pieces in a book that I had, and it was actually working really well. Now, these pages are a little bit thicker. This book page is real thin. And on the other side is the writing. And so some of that is showing through, but I actually don't mind that. So I'm going to do this other side and show you. So I just took a piece of masking tape and pulled it up, and it took all of the picture away, but it left the some of the book text showing through from the other side, which is fine. It's real light and faint. And when I put put that down, so there we go. So there's the picture coming up off the paper. Get another piece. So this side is looking like it's going to work a little better than the other side did. I'm not getting... So on the back side is a piece of notebook paper, and some of that showing through, which is fine. I'll have to glue that back down again. So I'm just kind of burnishing this down and pulling it up. And it's pulling that top layer of paper that has the image on it. There we go. And I don't mind if there's, a little bit showing. And I may actually pull up this washi and put a different one on there. I won't do it online, but when I'm going back through this, I may decide to put something different in terms of washi tape, because now that I pulled up the picture, this doesn't necessarily need to be there. Okay, so there's that. Let's get this little bit here. All right. So we're good. I'm going to get one more strip and go down this way. And this is just plain masking tape. I'm going to fold this over so I don't lose the end of it. And there we go. There we go. And I think I am just going to go ahead and pull this out, because I'll put the tissue paper down, or the tracing paper, and then I'll go back over it with some different washi, because I just don't think that needs to be there anymore. And then I've got a little bit of the picture right here. All right, so there we go. Have any of you tried this technique before. I had not. I had seen it done, but had not tried it. So what I want to do is get where I have my torn edge ruler, but what am I trying to do here? I'm turning it every which way, but the way I want it. Okay, so we'll tear off that edge. Tear off the top edge, a little bit at the bottom. My rub-ons are sticking to me. Come on. All right, so here we go. So we're just gonna do about right here. And put that down on the page. Now I think what I'm going to use on this is double-sided tape. Or maybe I'll use glue stick, but just around the edges. I don't want to put it all the way in the middle. And I also want to ink up these edges, but the paper is too thin to use the inker, the ink dauber. So I'm going to set this on here and just sort of go down the edge like this. And I like it because the brush catches on that edge and makes that a little bit darker. All right. All right. All right. I like that a lot better. All right. Now, do I do glue stick on this, or do I just ink around, or do I just do the edges? Let's do, pardon my reach, let's do the big glue stick. And just do the whole thing. And I know I'm not using a glue book, but I will clean off that extra glue here when I'm done. With just a little bit of water and a paper towel. Let's put this down first. I think this was the top. I'm going to bring it down close to me, so you may not be able to see the whole thing, but I need to be able to see it. Okay. And it is wrinkling a little bit, but that's okay. And I got it down too far. So I'm actually going to let that hang over a little bit. I'm just going to let it hang. Let's see if we can pull some of these wrinkles out. So you can see a little bit of the book page through that, and a little bit of the leftover of the mountains, the image, but it won't prevent you from writing on this. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to pause again and do the other page. You don't have to sit through both of these. So I'm going to do the other one and then I'll be back. All right, folks, I am back. And I was trying to decide, since this is, I think this might be the center page. I'm not sure, but I was trying to decide what to do on this page. They both sort of fall over a little bit. We'll see if I go back and cut those off. But I was thinking that some rub-ons here might be kind of nice down the side and over, and I won't use all of it, and then I've got another one for up here, and I thought those would be really nice to put on here. And so I am not going to get the whole thing on here. So I'll have some left over for another spot. Let's see what we've got here. I maybe should have cut the rub-on before I tried to put down just part of it. But we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Okay. That's working so far. Whoops, I got a butterfly on my fingers, so we won't be using him anywhere else. Let's keep that one there. All right, now we'll have to cut that. But there we go. And then I'll get my long scissors here and just cut this off. I guess like I said, I probably should have cut the rub-on to size before I started rubbing it on, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just this right here. The rest is all the... There we go. So there's that piece. And then I've got some of this left, so I'm gonna actually... Maybe I just want to put this up here. I was going to put something different up there, but maybe I just want to put this right up here. There we go. Here's a little piece of the rub-on that's stuck, and that's okay. All right, let's put this down. Oh, perfect. Now, this is a different brand of rub-ons. This is not the Wandit. Let's see if I don't have anything that shows the brand on it. There's no card that went down in there. Now, see all these little bits that I have left over? Don't throw those away because you can, oh shoot, almost said a bad word. These have to go on here so they don't stick like that just did. You can use these little bits in other places. All right, now I'm going to look for the washi tape that I would like to put down the middle of that page. Hang on, I'm going through it's this one. I think maybe it's this one that I want to use. Okay, let's, because this has kind of got the same browns. I definitely need some washi tape on there. All right. Let's put that to the side. And we'll get some glue on this guy so he'll stick real well. So you're not stuck with the page, I guess is the point here. Once you, put it down, if you want to do something different, you certainly can. You don't have to stick with just with the page that you put down at first. There we go. There. I think that page looks much better. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments if you like this page better than with that picture on there of all the, I don't know, it looks like native folks. All right, I've got all this junk on my fingers. This is all the rub-ons that came off on my fingers because I didn't do things properly. Can't get it off. That's okay. All right. And the last thing on this page, I am going to cut off the very bottom of that. I don't like it sticking down. So I am going to cut it off. Right here. Okay. There's that side. I get real quiet when I'm concentrating. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. There we go. There's the middle of our journal. What do you think of that? I think it's beautiful. And I did take my bone folder, popsicle stick too, and really went over those pages to try to get all the wrinkles out. And you can still sort of see what's behind it, which is nice. All right, so let me put these aside because I think I'm done using these. Those over there. Actually, let's just put them back in the bag. I'm trying to be so much better about putting things away where they belong so I don't get all these piles of stuff sitting on my desk. Come on. But if you look through Amazon if you like this particular rub-on set. I don't know. Oh, it says Whaline, Whaline, 10 sheets. I don't know if you all can read that, but see, it says Whaline, 10 sheets, and then there's the number that you can type in to get if you want this set of. All right, let's find another rub-on to go down here. I like that purple. And I don't think we have many more pages to do on this. We're at 40 minutes. So I've got about 20 minutes to finish this up, which I think is plenty. Okay. I really like these Wandic. They are quickly becoming my favorites. They go down really easy. They don't do a lot of this ripping off onto your hand. And I just really like them. Okay, there's that. Now here's another page here, and we've only got the right side of the page, but let's do that and be consistent that all of our journaling pages have a little flower down in the corner. I like having some consistency, even though our journal is very eclectic because of all the different things that we made. So let me just rub that down. And that red kind of matches over here. We got this. That's fine. There's more of that Wayline rub-on. This is just a dangle there. This I'm going to take off the paper clip because the paper clip is just too boring. And I'm going to put on I just got these, a bulldog clip. And I'm actually going to not, there we go. There. So that'll go on there. Okay, we have more. I like this one with the previous pages, with the pink and the purple. So we'll put this one on here. And again, these little flowers are the Wandic. Okay, isn't that pretty? That's a piece of wallpaper with just some rub-ons, and it's not a pocket, it's just there. Okay, one more. Let's do actually, let's do this one up here. I like this one a little better. Yeah, these Wandic rub-ons just go down so nice. In fact, I think I'm going to go back through and look at their catalog and order some more things because see how nice they come up? They don't stick, they don't stick to the paper. In fact, this right here, these are Wandic rub-ons as well. Right? Now, this one has a rub-on. This is not Wandic or anything like that. Has a rub-on going across the top. And I was thinking that maybe we might want to put either something from this, if I have something yellow, or, ooh, that might be it right there. That's awful big though, isn't it? I could cut out these little flowers and just put, let's see what this looks like. And this again is another one of the Wandic. This is one of their big ones. So we'll leave those flowers. That's a little too big. All right, let's not do that. That one's a little bit too big. So let's go back and look at this other one and see if there's something in there, because that just looks to me, I don't know, it just looks out of place with just that stripe across the top. Seems like it needs something more. So let's see what more we might have to put on there. They're pink. What about that? It's got the yellows in it. And then I've got this other butterfly that I can rub on. But if we do that, that's got the yellows in it. And I love having a bunch of rub-ons available because it's so much easier to find something that works if you've got a lot available. I'm just quickly looking through and seeing what else is in here. And do I really want this one? And yes, I do. Okay. Yeah, these Wayline, they don't come up as easy as the Wandics do, but you just may have to go back over them a little bit. The Wandics really come up nicely. And so when you're pulling it up, you just pull it slowly and watch. Now you see there I got a little black speck, so I can lay it back down, rub over it, and just keep going until I get the whole thing off. I got a little bit right here at the top, but I'm not going to worry about, I don't even know where it went. I'm not going to worry about that. All right, so there's that. And I think that's pretty. All right. Let's keep going. Got a few more surprises in here and then we'll be done. And then I will go off and put on the cover, topper, and then I will do a final walkthrough. Okay, here's another one of these. Let's put this page is a little grungier, so I'm going to put a little darker. It's funny how some of the rub-ons come up so nicely, and then others. Now this one's having a little problem. These Wandix tend to come up a whole lot better. There we go. Well, I don't know what you guys have going on as far as heat, but we have the heat wave going here. All right, this is a flower that came out of the Mermaid Small Arts, and I love the blue because of the blue on this page, and there's some blue with this guy. So I am going to put this down. Oh, no, don't do that. I want to tear that leaf. Didn't tear, but it bent a little, but that's okay. I can bend it back when I put it down. All right, let's put this guy down. Right about here. Let's make sure that leaf. All right, now let's where'd my bone folder go? And I did not ink up around it. I left, there's a little bit of white edge on it, and I just left that because I think that looks really pretty there. And then to tie in both pages, I thought I would put this little flower up here, and I am going to ink this one up. If I can find my little inking dauber. What did I do with it? There it is. Okay, so I'm just going to go around this, and so yeah, I thought these two flowers would sort of tie the pages together. And you can tell it's getting hot and humid, even with the AC on, because my glues are getting real gluey, like, I don't know, sticky. All right, let's put this guy there. All right, so that ties those two pages together. Then we have one more of these. See if I can find something blue in here. I don't see anything. I've already used that one blue one. I don't see anything else blue, but I do have a really pretty. That's not what I wanted. Where did I see that? I thought I saw a hydrangea, and I was going to put that on there. Could have sworn it was right over here on the side. Maybe it was that pink one that I saw. Oh, there it is. There it is. I love hydrangeas. My hydrangeas are in full bloom right now. Mine are blue. And then out in the back, up by our fence, near the road, I have two hydrangea bushes that I haven't noticed them blooming before, and we've lived here for 5 years. Oops, I'm not using my popsicle stick, but that's okay. And they're blooming this year, and they're beautiful purple. I mean, not lavender. They are like a royal purple. They're so pretty. Okay, there's some hydrangeas. This just has, it's a postcard. Oh, got another one. Let's see, what else can we put on here? Got some yellow stuff there. I don't know if we did this one or not, but I guess it doesn't really matter if I reuse them. I don't know if I use this one or not, but we'll use it here. All right. Burnish it down. Get rid of all these pieces. We already had that one down. Oh, here's another thing that's held in with a not a safety pin, paper clip. Let's put another little bulldog clip up here. There we go. No, let's do it more. Let's move this one in here a little more so that when we put this one on, it can go more in the middle. And they're not buttoned right up against each other. Okay. Another one of these pages. Wow, we've got a lot of writing pages, don't we? We've got a lot of writing pages. How about this? I know I haven't used this one, and it's got a little butterfly on it. So these are the finishing touches, and I will go back down and glue down all those paper edges that are not down all the way. And I will probably not do any more inking because a lot of these papers are coffee dyed. I don't know. I'll see. I'll see if I want to do all that inking. Okay, there's that. Another one of these. Holy camole. We've got a lot of these. A lot of writing pages in this one. But that's okay. I am going to sell this journal, so if you're interested, just send me a note at inkedpulp@gmail.com and tell me that you're interested. And we've got that one, and we've got another one here. I want to cut any sheets that I haven't already cut. Let's just keep cutting on the same sheets. All right. These little flowers, when I bought them, this was exactly what I bought them for. I knew I wanted to put little flower rub-ons, and I love the rub-ons better than the stickers because the rub-ons, it's like they become part of the page. You know, they and they don't add any bulk. And then that one, and that one, and that one. And that's it, folks. That is the final, other than putting on the cover, that is the final workup of the ABB journal. So I'm not going to go back and do a flip through. I will work on, like I said, gluing the pages down and, getting everything finished up, put the cover on. I'm going to back this with some cardboard so it's firm. And then I'm going to take some sari silk. I may put some lace over the edge, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll finish up and then I will come back and do a final flip through. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, if you would give me a like on this video and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed, I would be so appreciative. Would help me a lot with my algorithms in YouTube. All right, everybody, thank you so much for being here. To my regular viewers and my new folks, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.